Hi everyone, it's Evil Graham 93. Got another update for you. Yeah, got a fair few things to show you. So I've decided with my videos that I'm going to be leaving a little bit of a space between them now. So there might not be one every month. So yeah, but I'm still going to be doing them. So I'll crack on with this one. First, I'll show you the figures that I've got. And the first one, which I really like, and it's one of my all-time favourite ones now, is the NECA 40th Anniversary Ultimate Leatherface. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the detail on him. I mean, that's how I've chosen to pose him, with the chainsaw in the air like that, but you've got loads of different ways to pose him. And one thing I do like is the cloth apron. It's got great detail to it. So, really great figure. And I can't wait for the Jason one that they're doing, the Ultimate Jason. And the other figure that I got was another NECA one, and it's the retro cloth dinner party Leatherface, which again looks really cool. So love these retro cloth figures. Really great stuff. Next, I'll show you the books, and the first one is Predator Omnibus Volume 2. I've only just started reading this one, so I don't know, I've not read a lot into it, but the first story seems cool. So yeah, just great comic book, well, Predator comic book stuff. So next is the Terminator Omnibus Volume 2. Now, I did read this one and I was a bit disappointed with it. I mean, I quite liked the first book, but this one was a bit boring, really. Most of the stories in this were a bit boring. I'd say the only decent one was was probably the first story. So all about Spetsnaz and what have you. But this it was just okay. Next is Alien vs Predator Omnibus Volume 2. Now, this one really was disappointing. I don't know. The first story just took ages to go through, and it wasn't really that good, to be honest. Hardly any like Alien and Predator fight scenes. I mean, I don't even know if there was a redeeming story in this. It wasn't very good at all. And lastly, for the books, we have Aliens Omnibus Volume 1. Now, I didn't know whether I'd like this one or not, because I would say I'm more of a Terminator and Predator fan compared to Aliens. So, but this one was just alright. There was a story in this that I really did like, and I just can't remember what it's called. I'll have a look in the index. I think it's Nightmare Asylum, the one that I liked. So it's a pretty good read. I really want to get Volume 2, because I think that's got the Aliens Genesis comic series in it, with the red aliens and what have you. So I'll look forward to getting that when I do. Next, I'll show you the music that I've got. All heavy metal. And the first one is Butcher Babies Goliath album. Now, I'd never really heard of the Butcher Babies until I saw the Metal Hammer Awards 2015 a couple of months ago, and they was doing their gig on the boat with Napalm Death and what have you. So that's the main reason why I watched it, for the Napalm Death gig on the boat. But these guys seemed pretty cool, so I decided to check them out. And I did quite a lot of music, to be honest. So it's the type of stuff that I'm getting into, so I'll have to get their other album. Next is Exodus Pleasures of the Flesh. Now, this is a good album as well. I've been umming and ahhing about Exodus, whether I really like them or not, but I did like this album. I thought it was pretty cool. So most people know Exodus now anyway. Next is Napalm Death, Inside the Torn Apart. This was a pretty cool one as well. Really like Napalm Death. And do really cool stuff. Next one again was one that I was debating whether to get or not, just because I've never really heard a lot said about this album, and it's the Black Sabbath Seventh Star. I mean, I've got all the Aussie years and all the Dio years now. It's just getting the albums that are in between those, and you never really hear anything about the Sabbath albums other than the Aussie years and the Dio years. So yeah, I'm always in two minds about getting new Sabbath albums now. So, but this one was just okay. I think that was the guy from Deep Purple that was doing the vocals in that. Next is Dio, Master of the Moon. I think this was the last album that Dio did with Dio. So this is a pretty cool album. But the one I really wanted to get was Killing the Dragon, but I can't seem to find an album for a decent price online. So I might have to leave that one for a bit. But this one was okay, and I quite like the cover art as well. Next is Motorhead Bastards. This is a pretty cool one. I did like this. Again, I'm just trying to complete my Motorhead set now as well, so it's pretty cool stuff. And lastly, I might have shown this one before, is Motorhead's March or Die. I might have shown this in the last update, I can't remember, but main reason why I like this album is because it's got Hellraiser on it, the song that Lemmy co-wrote with Ozzy, and I know that Ozzy's got his version of Hellraiser and No More Tears on his album No More Tears, so I can't work out which one's better, to be honest. Both sing the song really well. Right, on with the DVDs. I'll do the non-horrors first because I've got a lot more horrors this time than non-horrors. First one is Jurassic World. I had to pick this one up. I really like this one. It's probably my favourite Jurassic Park movie, which is really bold to say because I know the first one is the best one. Like everyone will say the first one's the best one, but this is a close second. But to me, I really like this. It might even be my favourite one. I just like the whole scenes with the Indominus. Like the idea of the Indominus, and especially the Mosasaur as well. That was absolutely awesome. I've been saying for years that Jurassic World should have a water dinosaur in it. So the Mosasaur just lives up to expectations. Really, really great stuff. Next is Batman 5 animated movie collection. In this you get Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, Mask of the Phantasm, Under the Red Hood, Gotham Knight and Year One. Now I'd already seen Mystery of the Batwoman, I had it on DVD, but I think I sold it, and I'd already seen Gotham Knight, so those ones I weren't too fussed about. Mainly I got this for Mask of the Phantasm because I never saw that as a kid, so I'm really looking forward to watching that, and Under the Red Hood as well. I did end up watching Year One, but I didn't really like it that much, so yeah, I would say my favourite out of these was Under the Red Hood. I mean, I know what the story is anyway, but I just really liked it, and I was really surprised that oh Christ, I can't remember his name now. The guy from Futurama doing Joker. I mean, when I saw his name as the Joker, I wasn't very impressed by the choice, but he did actually make a pretty good, do a pretty good job with it. Mask of the Phantasm was also quite good as well. I can remember people when I was younger talking about it all the time. So yeah, and the Joker's final laugh in that film was amazing. So probably the best Mark Hamill Joker laugh ever. Next is Batman Assault on Arkham. I think this was a series online, but they've made it into a feature length on DVD. So this one was pretty good as well. I did enjoy it. yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. It was a Suicide Squad movie, really animated Suicide Squad movie. It's pretty cool. I mean, Harley Quinn was crazy in this, and so was the Joker as well. I did like the Joker in this. Next is Warrior. This is one I wanted to check out for a while because of Tom Hardy. I quite like Tom Hardy as an actor. I don't think I've seen a bad film with him actually. So, and this one was good as well. I did enjoy this. It's not really my type of movie. I mean, I like martial arts movies, but I don't really like UFC or anything like that. So, yeah, it was okay for that reason. Not a massive UFC fan, but this was all right. I did enjoy it. And lastly, for the non-horrors, we have 71. Again, the main reason why I got this was because it stars Jack O'Connell, and I think he's a brilliant actor. You know him from you know him as James Cook in Skins, or he's in Unbroken as well. So yeah, that's why I really got this, just because of him. I mean, the film itself is okay, but not the best of films. But again, it's just because he's in it. I quite like him as an actor, so I want to get as many of his films as possible. Right, on with the horrors this time. I'll start off with my Blu-rays. The first one is the Arrow video release of Nightmare City. This is one I wanted to check out for a while. It was pretty cool. I mean, well, this release is all right, but there is a disclaimer at the front saying that you get 2 copies of the film in this, and they even say that the copies are terrible copies because how they could restore them and whatever. From the only copy that they could find to restore them was really damaged, and it shows in both prints. I mean, the one that they fully restored in this is like chemical burns on the tape and whatever on the reel, so you get loads of light fading in and out on it. So and the other one, I can't remember what they said they did to the other release, but it's not as good. I think the sound quality is really bad. So, but otherwise, I'd say they made a decent attempt with it, with what they could do. So I praise them for that. But it's just a shame that they couldn't restore it properly. It was a cool, crazy movie. I'd say everyone knows Nightmare City. It's just really random zombie fun. I mean, the zombies drive cars and use axes and whatever in that. It's crazy. Shoot guns. Right, let me get these next ones in order. Right, next Blu-ray I got was another addition to the Slasher Classics collection. It was Splatter University. And we're given number 4 this time. I don't know how the hell they're releasing these. They're completely out of order, so you would have thought they would have done 1 and 2 and 3, but no, I don't know, it's weird how they've done it, but I wasn't a fan of this movie. I thought I was going to like it a lot more than I did, but I didn't, but it has got really cool cover art. I won't talk much about that one, I didn't really like it. Next is Slasher Classics Collection number 7, which is the Nail Gun Massacre. This one was really cheap and corny, but I did like it. I mean, the killer in this, I don't know what he's doing with his voice, but it just sounds ridiculous, and it's really funny. It's just like he's speaking through a tannoy system all the time. But it's crazy stuff, but it's really cheap, but funny. Because it's cheap, I should say. Next is number 9 in their collection, which is X-Ray. Now this one I really did enjoy. I thought I had to censor the front of it then, but I did like this one. I think it also goes by Hospital Massacre, I think. Oh, it doesn't say on the front. I thought it said on the front, but yeah, I think in the US it goes by Hospital Massacre, but we know it as X-Ray over here. And what I did find interesting was it was directed by Boaz Davidson, who who's the producer of the Expendables movies, which is really crazy stuff. I mean, such random stuff. So I did like this one. This one was pretty cool. And lastly, for the Blu-rays, we have Slasher Classics Collection number 11, Blood-Sucking Pharaohs from Pittsburgh, or in Blood-Sucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh, I should say. Now this one goes along similar lines as what's it called now? Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. It's just crazy like that. I mean, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was just really weird. So yeah, if you liked Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, you'll like this one. It's along the same lines as that. On with the DVDs then. The first one is American Horror Story Freak Show. Now I missed the chance to see this one on TV, so I've been waiting ages for it to come out, and I did really like this one. I know people were saying that this series was really good, so yeah, I really did enjoy it. Especially Twisty the Clown. He was really strange, and the same way, but I believe that he should have been in the story a little bit more. I do like how they got rid of him as well. I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but Twisty the Clown was awesome in this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So I've only watched one episode of the new series, Hotel, so I don't know what that's got in store for us. So it's pretty cool. The one thing that I would say was wrong with this was Lily Rabe was only in one episode in this series, and I quite like her in all of her characters in all of the other ones. She played pretty cool parts in the other 3 series. Yeah, she was only in this, but I can understand why, because she was... Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, you'll understand why she's only in one episode, so... But yeah, I felt like she needed to be in this more. One thing I'll say about this release is the cover is slightly embossed, and it feels really strange to feel. I can't really say how it feels. I don't know. I can't put words to it, but it just feels really weird. So I quite like that. What they've done with that. So yeah, it's a pretty cool series. Really enjoyed it. Next is VHS Viral, VHS 3. So loving these VHS movies, and I heard that this one was going to be the last one, which is a shame because they're just cool movies. They get better and better every time. I mean, the first one was really cool, and then they did the second one with that whole demon Baphomet story, whatever it was. But this one was cool. I mean, the segment of the story with the skater guys with the zombies and that is whatever. That was pretty cool. I really did enjoy it. Next is Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghosts of Georgia. This one was different. It was alright. I quite liked the main evil spirit, but otherwise it's just your run-of-the-day ghost story. And speaking of which, we have Insidious 3, or Insidious Chapter 3. Now, this one was alright. I mean, when you see Insidious 1, you see Insidious 2, 3, 71, I don't know, whatever. But it was okay. I'd say it was better than number 2, but number 1 is always going to be the best one. And they're just going to keep ripping these off now, aren't they? Like Paranormal Activity. What one are we on now? Number 5 or something? Let's come out in cinema, I don't know. But the first one with that was good, but then they just started getting ridiculous. Next is The Toolbox Murders 2. I think it goes by Coffin Baby as well. But again, this one was alright, but it's a sequel to Tobe Hooper's remake or reimagining, whatever. So, and I really liked that one. I've always said that if they took the opening of the original Toolbox Murders and put it to the ending of Tobe Hooper's Toolbox Murders, they would have the perfect Toolbox Murders movie. So, but this one was alright for a cheap, low-budget film. I mean, it was just okay, to be honest. It wasn't better than the first movie, but still interesting. And then lastly for the update is one that I've seen a lot of people get in, so I had to check it out, and plus the cover looks really cool. And it's Wormwood, Road of the Dead. Zombie comedy, really. I don't know. I did enjoy it, but at the same time I hated it. I don't know why. It was just really stupid humour. But a lot of people have seen this now. I've seen a lot of people get it. That was the update. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing if you have, and feel free to leave any messages. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be planning on leaving bigger gaps between my update videos now. Purely work based. I just feel like when I come home from work, I ain't got the energy to do any videos. I know I said I was going to start reviewing, which I do plan to do. I just don't know when. So yeah, so I'm taking a sidestep from videos at the moment. I'm still doing them, just not as much as I used to. So see you all later. Bye.